This episode of A Rendezvous with Destiny may feature scenes of graphic violence and explicit language, so listener discretion is advised. Last time on A Break from Destiny, Call of Cthulhu Pulp, our disparate group of characters got together in the Grand Hotel as there seemed to be a full-scale abduction underway by cultists. One of the cultists was apprehended in an outside apartment, and the lady he was trying to abduct was saved as the cultist was restrained. However, upstairs, Marie tried to stop one of the cultist leaders with the lady that he was taking, and was the victim of a water magic spell. On discussions with the hotel manager, they realised that there was no response from the police, so decided to go to the police station. And when they arrived there, they saw a horrific scene of death and violence. Well, they find out what's going on with these strange Zodiac-obsessed cultists. What happened at the police station? Well, it's time to find out with A Break from Destiny. Hello everyone, welcome back to A Break from Destiny. I'm Will, your keeper, which is the fun Call of Cthulhu specific name for a GM. I use he/him pronouns, and I'm excited to inflict more pain and suffering on our four valiant heroes, who are going to introduce themselves now.
Yay!
Hello there, I am Graham. I am playing the character of Eve Sterwin. We both use he/him pronouns, and Eve Sterwin is a large, very nice boy. That's all I have to say about him.
Hi, I'm Luce. Once again, not in the GM chair for a change, which is quite relaxing, I must say. I am playing Everett, or Ev. I use they, them pronouns. Ev is he, him. He is a sweet, sweet artist who maybe gets up some shenanigans when he can.
Oh, it's me. Hi, I'm Am. And I play Officer Bertha Earle, otherwise known as Birdie. And boy, she's not too happy to see a bunch of cops slaughtered. Bad vibes.
And last but not least...
Hi, I'm Ellie. I use she, her pronouns. And today I am playing Marie Eclair, supposedly, who uses she, her pronouns. Marie is like a really tiny dancer, because I am a walking meme. She's...
Closer, tiny dancer.
I was going to say...
Thank you so much for picking up what I was putting down. Yeah. Also, I'm a meme because I always play short characters.
Because you are small.
Because I am small.
You just lack the perspective. It's not your problem.
Yeah. It's
Equal and opposite energy to me, who is also small, but always plays very tall characters.
You have
I
big
feel
energy,
like
though.
We've had this discussion on Doma that like it's such a that I feel like height of characters is like so telling, like what people's quirks are, because I am always like, I need to be the small hero that I need in the world, so I will be the small hero. Whereas I feel like, to be fair, Luce, though, you've got like tall energy in a small body. Me and Am are both definitively like, we have short people energy.
Mm-hmm.
Short and furious about it.
Mm-hmm.
So while I was doing my introduction, I was ruminating on the fact that Keeper is such a bougie name for the Games Master. Do you guys have any favourite like Games Master names from other systems?
The Hollyhock God from Nobilis.
What?
Whoa!
Because that is wild. Yeah, the
What's that
Hollyhock
from Vampire
God.
the Masquerade?
That is the Storyteller.
I thought it was
I dig
something
that.
weird. Yeah, that's quite nice.
I really like, I think the person who runs Dread is called the Storyteller.
Yeah?
I really like that one.
When you said Dread, I thought you meant Dread as in Judge Dredd for a second, and I would play that RPG.
There is a
There is an
Dread
RPG.
RPG.
There is one.
Honestly,
Nice.
any cultural phenomenon that was big in like the 80s or 90s, there is an RPG of, even if they really like shouldn't be. Like, there's a Jurassic Park RPG.
Oh my god.
Can you be the
what?
dinosaur? Can you be a dinosaur?
I don't think so. It's
that's
like
bullshit.
it's kind of like a survival horror-y game.
I want to be the T-Rex. Actually, no, I want to be the little frilly dinosaur. The one
Yeah.
that gets in the guy's car.
That has
That's
big
the best
Graham
dinosaur.
energy.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
that's,
does,
that's how I'm
Okay,
trying to be.
so flashing back to 1935 in Key West, you're inside the Key West police station, and there's this police station, usually fairly peaceful. There isn't much crime really on this island. It's a holiday city, and most of the crime tends to be white collar, fraud, extortion, that fun sort of thing. Not day to day beat cop kind of crime. So the police force here is absolutely reeling. There's dead bodies littering the inside of the station, the reception desk, and the separate work desks for the officers and detectives. The only other living person you've seen is outside, trying to patch people up in his squad car. And you've just entered this scene of utter destruction and carnage. Two of you were affected mentally and sort of had to stop yourself from vomiting in fear. Right, let's move on, shall we? What do you all want to do?
I want to look for any survivors.
Yeah, I was going to say, did you say that there were a couple of people who were, like, just hanging on to life last time, or am I misremembering that?
Yeah, so looking around, some of the telephones, there's a few people obviously wounded who are trying to answer the telephones. You could also hear some shouting from sort of the distance.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab the first aid kit from where it would be kept, like, generically in a station, and just see if I can start helping patch people up.
Okie dokie. So can you roll me a first aid check, please?
Yes, I am okay at this. Oh no. Bertie accidentally killed somebody. I got a 92.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh.
You're
That's
not
not good.
really able to help anyone. Your training of first aid is much more, a kid falls out of a tree and breaks their arm sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's quite rudimentary. And these people, this is more like you need a battlefield medic here.
Yeah.
You need someone from the First World War, from the trenches, to help with this. So a lot of these people have been shot. You're able to make a few people more comfortable that have been hit by flying glass and that sort of thing. And you notice in particular there's someone sort of slumped over, kind of unconscious, holding the receiver of a phone, which is still ringing.
I guess I go pick it up.
Hello? Hello?
Hello? Yes, hi, I'm here. How can I help you?
Hi, sorry. Are you a police officer? I was just talking to the. I was just talking to Officer Jenkins here. Can you help?
Yeah, Officer Jenkins has had to step away for a moment, but I'm here. My name is Officer Earl. How can I help?
Hi, Officer. He seems a bit confused to be talking to a lady because there are not many female cops, but
Yeah.
he's gonna roll with it because this man is clearly desperate.
He's progressive.
I know what's going on here. Okay.
Oh, you do? What's going on then? Please, sir, if you could explain that. I'm gonna get out my notebook.
Okay. So it's a cult here. Is what's going on. Look, I can help you and I can give up the information why they're doing it, but I want protection, okay?
Absolutely. You have my protection.
Okay, my name is Hector Ramirez. Can I meet you in an hour at the Key West Cemetery? It's about half a mile from the police station on the corner of 3rd and Violet.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'll be sure to be there.
Okay. You will be able to see me. Did I introduce myself already?
You said your name was Hector Mendez?
Yes. Hector Ramirez. You'll be able to see me. There aren't many people around. So I should stand out. Okay, I will see you there. Okay?
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna put down the receiver and inform the others.
the police officer you saw outside sort of come in through the doors and is sort of in the process of picking someone up to again obviously kind of take them outside into his squad car and sort of try to patch them up.
I'd like to give him a hand.
Okay, brilliant. Can
Leave
you
it to
make me a sanity check, please?
Me? A sanity check?
Yeah.
All right. Am I going to pass something? No, I'm not.
Okay.
61.
Nothing happens. If you rolled well, you would have gained sanity points back for helping, but it's fine. We move.
I never pass anything, so it's okay.
So you've got, cause this place is only half a mile west. The cemetery is only half a mile west of you, so you probably have a little bit more time here if you want to. Is there anything else you guys want to do?
Well, this shouting you mentioned, what manner of shouting was it?
You could just sort of hear like muffled shouting. It's not in kind of the main open area of sort of this precinct, so it would have to be sort of a bit further away, kind of deeper into the police station.
Can I speak to the officer who I'm currently carrying a not quite dead body with?
Hi. Sorry. Thank you for your help with this.
That's all right.
God,
can you hear that?
I'm just focusing on what's going on here because
Oh, okay.
God knows if I
Yeah.
think.
No, I think that's fair enough.
He sort of stares into the ground and then kind of snaps
No,
back.
keep
to
moving.
it.
Stay in the room. I mean, we're not actually in the room anymore. We're now outside.
Yeah.
I also don't do much thinking. I find it helps.
Okay. This has never happened before. We've only lost one police officer, I think, ever on duty, which was like 20 years ago.
Do you think it was related at all?
Yeah, it was before the war, so.
I mean, obviously it's different circumstances, but was there anything in the run up to this at all? You don't have to talk about it if you don't want to.
I was out in my car, and he sort of gestures to the squad car. When I heard all the officers being called back, and I'm the only one that's come back, so I don't know what's happened.
So everyone came back to the station, and they're all called here, and then
Yeah. Coming back to the station, we just got an emergency buzz, and then the transmission cut off. So I think we can tell what's happened here.
I think so. Can I tell? I think I can tell. Well, I'm glad you're all right. What's your name, by the way?
Sorry, were you asking me something?
I was just wondering if I thought earlier I could hear someone shouting inside, and I was wondering if maybe we should go see if they're all right.
Oh, yeah, I think that's probably one of the people in the cells, to be honest. But I've just been focusing on getting these people, getting
No,
my
carry on.
partners,
Let's keep going. Keep moving. Yeah,
not to
keep
die.
moving.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't worry about it.
While the only functioning, mostly functioning police officer is out of the room, I would like to go investigate this shouting.
Okay.
I'd like to slightly sneak away. I don't want Bertie noticing where I'm going.
Okie dokie. Can you roll for me a stealth check?
I can indeed. Right, this is one of the things I should be good at. Let's see. Okay, it's just a success, but I succeed.
Yeah. There's kind of a lot going on, and Bertie was sort of on this phone. It was one of those phones where you've got like a receiver and a transmitter, so you sort of need two hands for it, and there's quite a lot going on. Bertie's a little bit distracted, so you're able to slip away. Can you roll me spot hidden, please, Marie?
Yes. Need to remind myself what my spot hidden stat is. Not very good. Okay, this is a point of contention in the TTRPG community. What does it mean when you get all zeros on a D100?
100.
Oh.
100. Okay, cool. So I got 100.
Yeah, you're kind of just totally kind of overwhelmed by what you've seen in here, and you don't notice Ev sort of slinking through this door.
Can I have a... Sorry, carry on.
No, you go.
I was just going to say, can I have a quick look at one of the bodies while Ev is sneaking off?
Yeah, what in particular are you looking for?
Again, I guess I'm looking at, like, what kind of wounds they are, like, what kind of weapon might have dealt this damage, any kind of occult markings, any water, like, what I experienced.
No. None of these
Nothing.
none of these men have been drowned.
Okay.
Most of these men, and there's also a few of the female secretaries and things like that here, have been shot. They've mostly been shot. There's a few people who've been looks like they've been stabbed or had their throats cut. But in general, it's bullet wounds. Can you make me a just a half int check, please?
Sure. Here's hoping my dice are slightly less crappy this time. 43, which is not half my int.
Okay, it's pretty close. So I'd say when you're like checking out one of these bodies, you see someone's wallet like with their badge in it, and on kind of investigation, you see kind of like a basically like a paper driving license tucked inside this, from which you can see it's this person's birth date of the 14th of September.
Okay. And they've just been straight up regular bullety murdered, no
Just
else
regular
interesting.
ability murdered, yeah. So you're heading towards this, towards the sounds of these screams, Ev, and you quickly realise that you're heading towards the cells.
That's alright. I will happily head down there. I have spent some time in these sorts of places before.
Yeah. These ones appear to be fairly unused. In general, it's the sort of place where you just kind of chuck someone if they were a bit drunk and disorderly, and you just sort of throw them in the can to cool off, and get out the next morning. On hearing your footsteps, you hear a clang. Oh my god! Hello?
Hello?
Oh, hi. Hello. Can you let me out?
Why would I do that?
I mean, people are being killed, and I don't want to be killed. I was just, I shouldn't even be here. I was just, panhandling. I didn't do anything wrong. And there's gunshots, and I just want to get out.
Well, I will say this. Probably the safest place in the city is in this cell right now.
But the shootings?
It stopped here. But
right.
Why are you in this cell? I want to see. Is there any information? Is there any like a chit on a desk with any information of why people are in the cells?
Yeah. There's a logbook.
I want to look at the logbook.
Okay. Can you roll me? You don't have library use, do you?
No. Of course not.
Can you roll me half int then?
Half int, okay. Mm-hmm. This will be interesting.
Interesting.
Heyo.
I am under my half.
Okay, brilliant. So yeah, you quickly see while ruffling through it, there is someone here called Joe Marshall, who has been booked for illegal busking, basically. There's one more person who was booked for drunken vagrancy, who hasn't been signed out. Everyone else has been signed in and signed out. This person hasn't been signed out. And you can actually see that one of the cell doors alongside where this man's locked up, the door's just hanging open with the keys still in the lock.
Okay, I want to go have a look at it. So does it look like the keys... So the keys on the outside or the inside? Is there someone stolen the keys and let themselves out, or have they been let out?
The keys are on the outside.
Is there a body in here of this person who might...
No. Oh, you're looking for old Dick, are you? Shut up.
Yeah.
Everyone laughs at the obligatory dick joke.
That's one of the reasons why I want to get the hell out of this cell. Is like this man was just bundled off by some weird people in black.
He got taken away?
They came in while the warden here was off on his off on his tea break. Like, after the shooting, like, I just heard the shooting, and they came in, they looked in the logbook, and then they, like, checked his identification, and they said, this one will do, and then knocked him out, and, like, smeared something on his head, and then carried him away.
Do you happen to know when Dick's birthday was?
I don't. I think it's probably in the logbook, though. And looking back over, you can see it's May 24th.
Interesting.
Can you let me out now, please?
Yeah, sure. I will let
Okay.
this person out. I will let this man out of the cell.
Yeah, you can see the keys in one of these cell doors. The one that's, you know, adjacent to him. It's kind of like basically just a ring of keys, and trying a few of them, you eventually find the one that's open. Okay, thank you. Oh god, where am I gonna go?
I don't know, but have fun trying to figure that out.
Yeah. Thanks, thanks, Buster.
Earl, 0 fucks given.
I don't know what 30 slang is,
No,
Graham.
I'm enjoying it. I like it. It's very
and
noir.
He's going to sort of scramble over, to this drawer on the desk, and sort of pull out a few things and sort of shove them into his pockets, and kind of just go running off down the other way of the corridor from which you came.
Ooh, I would like to follow him, not in a way that he's going to think, oh, he's chasing after me, but I'd like to follow him to see if I can see any signs. Do I think this is the way they took Dick out of these cells?
Okay. So he kind of continues to run down the corridor, not really looking back at you, and just goes through a door and slams it shut. On closer inspection, you see it's like a senior inspector's office, and he's wedged a chair under the handle of the door. So he's just sort of barricading himself in.
Probably a safe place to be, mate. And then I will sidle back into the main room, trying to be as unsuspicious as possible.
Okay. At this point, Bertie's just about finished hanging up on the phone. And Eve is coming back in sort of with this with the blood-stained officer that's sort of been trying to triage people. Marie, is there anything you would have liked to have been doing while this has been going on?
Is there anything else in the room of note?
I wouldn't say so, really. While you've been sort of searching the body, that's sort of the extent of what's been going on.
Okay. OC, I'm like, my thing is like, all of these officers kind of all just been like, they've all been murdered, but there's no reason why as of yet. But I guess we'll find that out.
Well, as I've sidled in, I'm gonna make it look like I haven't left the room at all, and then speak up. And I'm gonna say, well, they took someone from the cells.
Really? Wait, was it someone with like a star sign again?
Well, the birthday was May the 24th, so I don't know how helpful that is.
Yeah.
Maybe. Sorry, I went into Australia for a second
Oh, sorry
there.
about that.
Maybe they confused him for someone else.
I mean, May 24th makes them a Gemini. You sure they just took one person, or?
Maybe they need one of each.
Definitely just took the one person.
Okay, I mean, it sounds like they're going for. Although it's weird because no, wait, they were trying to abduct the lady, weren't they? Sorry. Yeah.
And everyone can make me a spot hidden check at this point.
Ooh.
Here we go. 45. That doesn't pass.
76!
Ooh,
I feel like these
Hey.
dice are really, really good for everything except Cthulhu.
Luce
Great success.
Hey.
and Am.
Critical
They
success.
did the voice.
Okay,
See-
so the two of you kind of reconvening find on the floor a slim black notebook, not a police notebook, and on flipping it open, you can see at the top is written shopping list, and underneath shopping list is basically a list of different star signs.
shopping
Oh,
list.
I hate that.
So there's so it's Scorpio, Capricorn, Cancer, and Gemini, and Gemini and Scorpio have been crossed out.
Well,
Hello.
can I do some kind of luck roll to see if, like, me or Ev's stars, like, birthdays match the ones that have been missed off?
That wouldn't be a luck roll. That'd probably be a half int. That'd be an idea roll.
Okay. Ooh! Oh, I got a success! No, it's half int. No, it's a fail. Damn.
No.
Yeah. And as a briefing, by the way, on what luck rolls, how luck rolls work, just because they haven't really come up yet, I may ask you to make a luck check in certain cases, in which case you just need to roll under your luck. You can also spend your luck points on a one-to-one basis to lower the result of an important dice roll.
Hmm.
So, say your handguns are 60 and you're trying to shoot someone and you roll a 64, you can spend 4 luck points to succeed in shooting someone, for
Smart.
example. You've all kind of now come back in, and it's probably half an hour. You've probably got actually I would say 15 minutes until you'd agree to meet until Bertie had agreed to meet Mendez at the Key West Cemetery.
They haven't told us about this yet.
Cool.
have they?
In that case, yeah, I tell the group about this.
I assume that you guys are sharing information unless
Yeah.
you specifically asked to keep something a secret.
And I'm going to put my hand on Marie's shoulder and be like, so you have a shotgun, yes?
Oui. I do.
Sorry.
Okay, so I'm gonna put you and me in the back of the truck, sort of in the back area, you know, the open air area, just with our guns in case we get a little surprise, and we'll keep the boys in the front seats. Does that sound good?
That sounds good to me.
You happy riding shotgun, Ev?
Cool.
Sure, sounds good.
Can I call you Ev? I don't know if we're there yet.
Yeah, go. Yeah, please.
Okay,
please
I'm
call
calling
me
you
Ev.
Ev. You can call me Eve because that's my name. I don't have a short name. Sorry.
It's alright.
If you want to come up with anything else, like a pet name, you can.
It is an unusual name. Eve.
Oh yeah, well, you see, I am the 7th son of my parents. They wanted a daughter by that point. I think they were getting quite tired of it. So, you know, they settled on Eve before I appeared. And then here we are. I quite like it, actually.
Makes sense.
Yeah. They're a lot of brothers. They're all...
As touching as this is, we do have an appointment.
Sorry, I don't get to talk about myself very often, so, you know.
Oh.
It's fine.
Okay.
I'm over it.
So again, can you make me a drive auto check, please,
Yeah.
Eve?
I can't promise
To
it's going to
drive
be
that.
any good.
The storm is now picking up. There's like palm fronds that have been blown off the trees, and you can see, some kind of there's just more debris kind of on the streets and more water kind of standing now on the roads.
So, I have the base drive auto, which is 20%, and I rolled a 44.
Okay, that's fine. It's not a super bad fail, as long as it's not like a critical fail. It's fine. So your van now when you're driving is quite kind of heavy. So it's slowing slightly on these wide roads. Luckily, there's no other cars, so you can kind of just drive like down the middle, you know, of the opposing lane kind of setup. Which means that kind of when you take a corner, you can slow down, but the car's still drifting a bit on the standing water.
Marie sees that and is like, perhaps next time I should drive.
Are you pretty good driver? We can swap.
Oui, there's a lot of storms in Paris, so I have to learn how to drive in this weather.
Oh, well, in that case, next time you can drive. I'm just going to take these corners very slowly, if that's all right with everyone.
Yeah.
Oui.
As you approach the cemetery, which is one of those cemeteries particular to America, especially in like Florida, where it's these big fancy, almost like a mausoleum, sort of, you know, these big family tombs with angels on them and monoliths and that sort of thing.
I'm imagining the one from Buffy.
What's that?
The one from Buffy, where it's like...
I have not watched Buffy.
What?
So I don't know, but
Okay, go on.
yeah. Anyway, I could send a reference image. I'm thinking particularly of one from Left 4 Dead 2, but that's again a very specific reference, so who knows?
I have played that game.
You have.
I have. So,
Okay. So anyway, in one of the missions you go through a cemetery.
Yeah.
It's like that one. So Graham knows what I'm talking about at least.
I'm special.
Yeah. So as you're approaching that, you see maybe a sign that someone hasn't been driving too carefully. There's been a few scattered cars as you've sort of driven along that have just been abandoned, clearly. But here there's it's quite actually a sharp car for the 30s. It's the sort of thing that that you see it and you're like, oh yeah, this person's a bit loaded. It's like seeing an Aston Martin nowadays that's just been crashed into the side wall of this cemetery. It's smoking slightly, and the driver's side door is open, as is the boot. The trunk, which is empty.
Well, this looks welcoming.
I think I'm just gonna hold my gun up and climb out of the back of the truck and just be like, Hector, it's Officer Earl. Mr. Mendez?
There's no sign of anything but the iron gates which protect this private cemetery are hanging open, creaking in the wind.
Perhaps he's late.
Or perhaps he's inside.
That is what I was thinking.
I was really fucking hoping you wouldn't say that.
Thank you, Luce, for picking up what I was saying. I was like, oh my
GM
God,
time!
here.
I knew he was inside. I was
Yeah,
just
of
doing
course he
some
did.
comedy.
Right, well, let's go to the cemetery then.
Well, Birdie, why don't you guys head in and I will try and sneak around the side a bit so we've got at least some element of surprise if things start to go a bit wrong.
Are you sure you'll be okay?
I'll be absolutely fine. I do this kind of stuff.
You what?
Nothing.
That's what I thought. Now get.
You two have an interesting dynamic.
He's very stupid. And she's gonna walk into the cemetery.
Hey!
I'm gonna follow Bertie.
I followed Bertie as well.
I would like to follow them, but go a little to the side and sneak around some of the mausoleums, keeping an eye on them so I am stealthing around so hopefully no one can see me.
Nice.
Okay. As you're sneaking in, can everyone make dex rolls for me, please?
Oh boy.
Oh, motherfucker.
Ooh!
You're welcome.
I
That's a
got
fail.
in
24.
the 5th percentile, the really really good bit.
Okay, you are really not hit by anything.
I was gonna say I got the 5th percentile as well.
I'm a
Well, I'm
half
afraid you two have
percentile.
probably just wasted some really good die rolls. Oh well.
Oh,
I got double my dexterity.
Okay, but, Graham?
dude.
Great success. I got 24, which is below half.
Okay. As you're sort of sneaking along, in kind of the wind, there's this great crumbling sound, and one of the crucifixed Jesuses that's on top of one of these tombs breaks off in the wind and sort of flies down and just smacks you for 2 hit points damage, please, Am.
Crikey. It's the second
And
coming.
you hear sort of stop making me laugh. You hear crumbling kind of masonry and a bit of thudding, and at that exact point, from kind of the other side of the cemetery, you all hear a gunshot.
I get down behind the grave and grab whoever's with me and drag them down as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow suit and get my shotgun out and sort of aim it in the general direction that we heard the gunshot from.
I try and crouch down
Okay.
behind the grave, but I'm quite large, so I probably poke out the side.
Yeah,
Aw.
from across the graves, you see sort of quite a large man running towards you, sees you, sort of freezes, turns, and dashes down like another aisle, and behind him, again, this is a distance away. You're sort of up on a raised area overlooking the rest of the cemetery. You see sort of a crowd of people kind of go sprinting after him down the
Are
down
the
the
crowd of people all
aisle.
wearing black?
Yeah, you could say that.
Huh.
I would like to, still being stealthy and hiding, try and run after this guy and get him and hide him around the corner of one of these mausoleums so he's out of sight of these cultists.
Okay, we're gonna go on. We're now in combat technically. So, are you chasing him specifically? Are you chasing the cultists? What are we all doing?
The guy. So, the large guy who I'm assuming is Hector Ramirez, and I want to get him out of sight of the cultists.
Okay. So what's your move rate?
My move rate is 9.
Okay. You go first, and I'm following him. You sort of see he's got a bit of a head start on you. You're sort of sneaking around an angle, so you're able to get in ahead of the cultists. And you sort of run after him, hopping over railings and that sort of thing.
Nice.
It's you can kind of hear the thudding steps of cultists behind you. It's now your turn. That would be Marie.
Hello. How many cultists are there, approximately?
It's hard to tell from the distance you're at. You would say 3 or 4.
Okay. Okay. Is there anyone else, like anybody victim-y looking, or is it just the cultists?
No, you've just seen these cultists chase him, and you hear the crack of gunshots and smashing marble and stone.
Okay, I'm gonna run after the cultists, and I think if it's not too extra of me, maybe fire a warning fire from my shotgun.
Okay, I'm gonna get you to roll firearms for that.
That's fair.
And if you do really badly on this roll, you might accidentally hit them with your warning shot.
Okay,
Oh, no.
that's okay.
Try and do
Oh, that's
badly.
such a bad thing.
Lol. I don't think Marie's a killer yet.
Yet.
Good thing I put all of my fucking stats in firearms, because I got a 51, and that is just a good success. Just a success.
Okay. You just pump some buckshot in the air over the top of them. You're quite a small person, this is quite a big gun, but you're sort of able to brace it and kind of in the way of a seasoned professional, which is quite impressive to the other two that are there. One of the cultists sort of grabs the arm of the other one and they wheel around to face you. Okay, it's now your turn, Bertie. No, not Bertie, Eve.
Yeah,
sorry.
I was like, I am lost.
Yes, you are.
Wait, so what's the situation? We've got how many cultists?
4.
Four. Okay.
So you've got four cultists that have gone down a kind of a cul-de-sac, basically. Mendez first, then you've seen Ev go, and then 2 of the cultists, and 2 have stopped sort of at the entrance of this kind of roadway to face you.
Wait, so they've run Ev and Mendes have run into a dead end, basically.
What? No. Sorry. When I say cul-de-sac, I mean they've sort of just gone off into like a side path, kind of in between these tall mausoleums.
Oh, okay. So they're not trapped there.
Not as far as you know.
Not as far as I know. All right. I will go and I guess take a pot shot at a cultist with my revolver.
Okay. Great. There's 2 facing you. One seems to have kind of a long arm, and the other one has a handgun. Sorry, when I say long arm, I mean like a big gun, not just long arms.
I aim for long boy.
Slenderman!
I will end the Slender Man.
Okay.
So I guess I roll firearms for that.
Yeah. Roll firearms, handgun.
That is a 9, which is my extreme success thingy percentile.
Oh, brilliant. Okay. So again, you can have some of these effects. So you can choose to knock him down, and you can choose to make him drop his weapon, or you can just choose to do bonus damage.
I'd like him to drop the weapon.
Okay, great. And then roll your damage, please.
Okay, which is a D10 plus some damage bonus, I think. I think I looked at the rules.
You don't get damage bonus for ranged combat. Damage bonus is only for like close combat.
So that's only a 2.
Okay. So the shot kind of cracks off the shoulder of this cultist, and he spins back slightly and kind of claps a hand to it. It's now your turn, Betty.
How how far ahead of the two that followed Evan Mendez?
It's hard to tell because they've sort of vanished down this this side alley.
Okay, in that case, I'm gonna kind of like resist every urge in my body that's like go after them and just kind of face these two. And I'm just gonna take a crack at one of them.
Okay, great. Roll firearms handgun.
Ooh, that is critical success.
Woo!
Lovely. And again, you have the same option: bonus damage, disarming him, that sort of thing.
Bonus damage.
Okay, great. So just roll what you've already rolled, but with an extra d6.
Very fun.
So roll the damage that you've got there and an extra d6, but no damage bonus because it's ranged combat.
Yeah. That's 6 points of damage.
Okay, brilliant. Yeah, your handgun shot catches him sort of right in like the top of the leg, and he kind of drops down to one knee with sort of blood flowing from him. It's now at the top of the round. It's your turn, Ev.
Okay, I would like to essentially tackle Hector Mendez, not to the floor, but tackle him and sort of try and slip in between a couple of mausoleum so we can lose the cultists.
Okay, great. I'm going to ask you to roll a stealth check to kind of grab him and bundle him in here with sort of a hand over his mouth.
That I rolled an 11, so that is
Awesome.
Under. I think that is under. Where's my stealth? Yeah, that is in the 5th percentile.
Awesome. Yeah, so you sort of rush up behind him and you just manage to catch him, clap a hand over his mouth and drag him behind one of these sort of big tombs. You can sort of whisper something to him now if you'd like to.
Listen, I'm with the officer you spoke to earlier. Just stay quiet.
His eyes are wide with fear and he sort of nods his head and goes,
Cool. Then I will just be prepared for any cultists trying to find us.
Okie dokie. So you hear kind of the sound of thudding footsteps and these cultists sort of having hopped at, you hear them sort of the thump of them hopping over like these railings that you've been jumping. Hey, where the hell did he go? And we're going to roll a search roll for these cultists.
Please.
Fuck, there's no sign of him.
Yes!
Shit, what are we going to tell Mr. Doyle?
Mr. Doyle? Oh boy. A name.
Write that down.
Mr. Doyle was the name of my GCSE physics teacher.
Oh my god, your
It's
physics
not
teacher
your
is...
GCSE physics teacher.
Come
Unless
to
it is.
revenge.
Dum-dum.
Oh my gosh, that cynical Irish fuck.
All right.
Kidding, I love Mr. Doyle.
The other one that he's with sort of chimes in. We could just tell him that we killed the guy. Like he won't know, right? Like, and it won't matter after today. Goes, yeah. All right, let's just do that. Look, have you fired your gun? Oh yeah. Okay, we just need to empty a few shots now, and you just hear them like firing into the ground. They're like, okay, there you go. That should see. We should get back now to Mr. Doyle, and what about the other two? Oh well, they'll take care of themselves. Don't you worry about them. And you hear again their footsteps sort of running away, sort of past where you were hidden, Ev. And I'm going to remove those two from the initiative order.
Haha, good job, Luz. Hi Scions, it's Am here with another promo. So this week's promo is from our friends at Neighbourly. If you like the Magnus Archives, Welcome to Night Vale, you have to go check out Neighbourly. These guys are an anthology series exploring the strange goings-on of the resident of each house in Little Street. Episode 2 is probably my favourite, with Walter, the cat. I love him, he's my boy. If you want to find them, they're at NeighbourlyPod on all social media. And you can find them on Spotify, on iTunes, pretty much wherever you get your podcasts. Okay, roll trailer.
Psst. Come here. Yes, you. Welcome to Little Street. Under the skin of each house hides a secret that most of its keepers would do anything to bury. How well do any of us really know our neighbours? Curious to discover what dwells behind the doors of Little Street? Subscribe to Neighbourly, distributed wherever good podcasts are found. For more information, go to neighbourlypod.card.co or follow us on social media at neighbourlypod. That's Neighbourly with a U, by the way. Thanks for listening. Come visit us soon.
It's now your turn, Marie.
How far away are we from the two that have stopped?
30 yards? 30 yards, that sort of range?
Please give it to me in, like, visuals, because my dumb brain does not understand units of measurement.
So what's a yard, you know?
Yeah, kind of like the width of a street.
Okay. Marie is gonna, Bertie's just shot one of them, right?
Yeah, he's not dead, but he's not looking great.
Okay. Marie is gonna, oh, jeez, I don't know if she should, like, yeah, you know what, fuck it. She's gonna, go for, like, a non-lethal shot to the shoulder of the other guy or something, or, like, the knee or something to disarm him.
The famous non-lethal shotgun shot. Okay.
Ha 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 ha! You know what? I'm far away enough. It's fine, right? That's how that works.
Just roll firearms for me, please.
Everything's gonna be just fine.
Oh no! I got a 99!
What did you get?
A
Good
99!
Oh boy.
Oh,
Yeah,
what's the
you-
malfunction
Sorry, Luce?
range on a shotgun?
Yes. I haven't been doing those because I've just been waiting to do a fumble because that's like an extra detail that just takes more time. Yeah, as you sort of just go to pull the other barrel of your shotgun, there's just a click and you can tell that like the cartridge is jammed, so you're just gonna have to take a turn to unjam it next time.
Damn it. Okay. Okay. In that case, can I bluster them and be like, if you don't stop shooting at us, then we're gonna start shooting again. You hear?
They laugh back at you. We don't care. The job's already done. The one that's injured is sort of going to prop himself up against the tomb and just kind of take a pump back at you, at Eve, with his gun.
Didn't he drop his firearm?
Yes, yeah. So he's going to prop it up, grab the firearm, and take a hurry shot, which gives him a disadvantage to hit.
I see.
So I'm rolling a penalty dice for him. So that is... Oh, I rolled the same thing twice. So it's a 35, so it will connect with you, but just from a distance. And as it's a shotgun, the effectiveness is lessened over distance. So can you take 3 hit points of damage for you, please, as some of these buckshot sort of tear into kind of the side of your ribs. It doesn't break your ribs, but you're going to have a bit of a bruise and then some nasty little cuts there. The other one is going to sort of turn around, glance down the street, and then he's laughing again, going to shoot at you.
Fucking
30.
bring it, dude.
He does, because he hits as well.
Cool.
And can you take 5 hit points?
Actually,
Oof.
I'm going to use my tough guy ability to soak up damage. I can spend 10 luck points to shrug off 5 hit points of damage. So I'm actually going to take no damage and bring my luck.
Does it take all of the all of your luck points?
No, I've got 65 luck points, so it'll take me down to 55.
Right. But is it worded that it's take 10 to lose 10 luck points to save 5 hit points?
Yeah, you spend 10 hit points to shrug off
cool.
5 hit points of damage.
Okay, brilliant. The shot kind of slaps into the top of your arm, and you just clench your arm and growl, and kind of just focus through the pain.
Bertie just sees red.
Okie doke. Nice. Okie dokie. It's now your turn, Ev.
Eve.
Okay, so we went down.
Sorry, Eve.
Ah, I see. Right. So I've just been shot. Is that correct?
Yes, you have, but it's just kind of like a grazing, like a few sort of pellets of buckshot have just sort of torn into your side, ripped up your shirt a little bit.
Oh
nothing
no!
Too,
I'm looking.
Nothing too devastating.
Weathered. How far away is this guy from me?
I said about 30 yards, so
Yeah,
about the
okay.
width of the street.
I'd like, and the other. So there's also someone next to him, though, isn't there? That's a problem.
Yes.
I thought only one of them had a shotgun.
One's got a shotgun and one's got a handgun.
Okay, cool.
The one that you injured is the one that's got a shotgun. The one that's just been firing at Bertie is the one with a handgun.
I'm just going to try and shoot him again. I think that's the most sensible thing. I was going to run in, but then I realised there was a guy next to him, which would be unhelpful.
So roll your firearms back at him, please.
24, which is just a success.
That hit, so just roll your damage.
Alrighty. 5 points of damage.
Okay. This time the shot catches this guy square in the chest, and he's flung back against the tomb he was leaning on. And the blood mingles with the water and the blood. The water and the mud, sort of beneath him as he slumps down lifeless.
Sorry, mate.
It's now your turn, Bertie.
Cool, I'm sending this other guy to follow his buddy.
Nice. Okay. So you sort of pop up and take a shot. So roll firearms handgun for me, please.
Regular success.
Okay, great. Roll your damage.
6 points of damage.
Okay. This catches him kind of square in the hip and sort of spins him around, kind of yelping to put one hand down on it.
Why won't you
Now,
die?
top of the round. It's now the top of the round with you, Ev. The two people that were looking for you have disappeared, but you can still hear ongoing sort of gunshots at the other end of the alley that you sort of ducked off.
Can I conceivably get to where the bad guys are and attack this round, or no?
Not in close combat, because you used a whole round to move to get to where you are, if that makes sense.
Okay, can I shoot?
But you can move up and shoot. Yeah.
Okay, I will move up and shoot. And I have the
do you
fun...
gesture to Mendez to come with you, or do you sort of
Yes,
gesture to
I'm
him to stay
keeping
put?
a hand on him. I am dragging him behind me.
Okay.
I
Great,
also have
then-
rapid fire, which means I ignore penalty die for multiple handgun shots. So if I need to, I'm going to shoot 3 times.
Okie dokie, perfect. So take your first shot then.
My first shot is a success.
Hit me with your best
Okay,
shot.
great. Then just roll your damage.
7 points of damage.
Nice. Okay. So as this guy's sort of ducking like behind the big tomb, there sort of taking cover, he gets stung in the hip by the shot from Bertie, and as it sort of spins him around, he just sort of comes face to face with you, and you just shoot him square in the forehead, and he just drops down.
I'm gonna yell, well, I think that's them done. I have our mystery man.
Thank you. Sorry. Are you Officer Earl? He
No.
says to you.
I am not Officer Earl. Officer Earl is my sister.
Of course. Sorry. Yeah, of course.
Raise my hand, which I got shot in, and then just like wince a little bit, and I'm like, "Hello, sir. Thank you for your information. How can we help you?"
Well, the people chasing me are all dead now.
Oh, that's good
Yeah,
news.
so the two that were after us said something about a Mr. Doyle, and so they were just gonna tell him that this fellow they'd killed this fella.
Mr. Doyle. He sounds like
Doyle.
my secondary school physics teacher, Mr. Doyle. Sorry.
Shout out to Mr.
Stealing
Doyle.
Well,
stealing your
I'm
background.
afraid, yes, Mr. Doyle would be more interested in killing children than teaching them.
He sounds a lot like my physics teacher,
Jesus,
actually.
man.
He's a hard man. He's the hired assassin for this cult.
Right.
How
Oh,
come you know so much about the cult?
I used to be a member of it. That's why I need help. Look, I know what they're doing. I was in this cult only for money. I didn't care about any of the other stuff. They just built it to me as a way to get money. But now it's gone too far, and someone needs to stop it. There is a great wave coming. They are calling a great wave as a sacrifice.
Like a tsunami?
They are going to dedicate everyone in the city to the what do they call it? The Great Sleeper. They've spoken to this thing, I don't know what it is, in their minds and in their dreams. I never got into that side of it, but everyone that has touched him has gone absolutely mad. There's this guy, Whiting is his name, and he's fled here from he was like in Miami, and he's just come here now. I thought I could stop his plan by stealing this like golden idol that he's got, but I think he's gonna do the sacrifice anyway.
Do you have this thing
God.
on you, or?
It's in my house. I just hid it in my house, and I needed to come here for protection. I needed to tell someone because I got a tip off that these cultists were coming for me.
Right. Okay. Does this cult have a name?
Look, they're holding this ritual in their temple in Wisteria Island. Do you know Wisteria Island? It's this little sort of almost like an atoll. So it's slightly it's this small island slightly off the coast, kind of like Alcatraz, if you know what I mean, like that sort of distance. So it's an island kind of out in the bay. Look, they've got a temple there, and that's where they're doing these sacrifices. They need 12 people, one from each month or something, to just unlock this huge wave, and it's just going to completely wipe out the city. Oh my god.
okay.
Well, I don't particularly want that to happen while I am in this city.
Ev, I really appreciate you, but I'm just gonna need to take charge for a second.
Sure.
Okay, so the way I see it is we are in a war. There are some soldiers on that island who are gonna drop a bomb. We need to kill them before they can press go. Y'all understand?
There is something I should probably mention. The woman who was kidnapped from the hotel, I tried to apprehend her and the kidnapping, and well, when I came face to face with this man, this cultist, I do not know what happened, but it felt like I was drowning. I am afraid that, well, whatever we are messing with is going to need more than guns to take it down.
Wait, hold up. Are you saying they can do magic?
It sounds stupid, but yes.
Well, we'll just have to kill him first.
I don't know anything about that, but that's what they were getting into. They were saying they touched this thing in their dreams, and that's when I knew that I just needed to get out, and I've been running and hiding ever since.
Smart man.
Alright.
Hey,
Look, I don't want the blood of any more people on my hands. Look, I know how. I have a boat that's in the harbour, so I can get you to the island.
excellent.
Well, that's good.
So all we
But
need to do... Sorry, carry on, Mr.
I don't know if we need the idol first. I don't know what the importance of it is. I just know it's valuable to Whiting.
If they need the idol, we should keep it away from them.
I
no?
agree.
If they need the old cute, yes, I agree with that. But also, might we? I'm sorry, I've gone Australian there.
Crikey.
Yeah.
America,
One of us.
America. Ooh.
Look.
Right,
America!
right. So yeah, we don't want to give them the idol, but also might we need it to get to this island?
Oh, like a... it's sort
If
of a
there's
key.
magic stuff happening,
But if they don't
that
have the
might we
idol,
need it.
they're still able to get to the island. Therefore, we don't need the idol to get on the island.
That is a good point, my man. I say we leave it here.
But what if they find it when we leave it here? But then if we bring it with
If
us,
they're all
we bring
going
it
to
into
the
their
island
hands.
to do this summoning ritual, then they're probably leaving here. So I think this is kind of the safest place to be at the moment.
Sure. Let's hide it in someone's tomb.
Good idea.
Well, if it's safely hidden in
Are-
Hector's house, we probably should just leave it there.
Yeah, it's under a floorboard in my bedroom, but
That's
I
exactly
knew
what
they
I
were
checked.
coming to get me there, so they might have found it. Is the
Oh,
only
God.
thing.
If someone said to me, "Oh, this man Hector, he's stolen our idol. Where do you think he's hidden it?" I would immediately say under a floorboard in his bedroom.
Yeah, that's quite an obvious place to hide things.
I'm sorry. I was under a lot of stress. And
That's okay,
They
don't
were
worry about
sending
it.
these
It's
people to
fine.
come and kill. And he's pointing at these.
Calm down,
dead
calm
bodies.
down.
No, I think you did very
Oh,
well.
that's a
in this
point.
Okay.
I would like to. I'm going to. Can I have a rough rifle through the pockets,
Ooh,
see what
yeah.
they've got on them?
Yeah. So none of them really have anything in particular in their pockets beyond spare rounds and they both have sort of these scrumpled up paper with a rough sketch that looks quite a lot like Hector Mendez.
Okay, that's fine. I will take the
And,
rounds that will
but-
fit in my gun because one of them had a handgun.
Yeah. Okay. And on looking sort of at both of them, you notice that both of their eyes and lips are black.
Oh, what the?
This is
So,
what it looked
like,
like
no-
What the
before.
hell is this?
No irises, just like completely black.
Ooh, spooky.
Irises
Guys.
pupils.
Come look at this. And I like open, like, you know when you like lift someone's eyelid up.
Blimey,
I do that. It's like,
that's not
look
natural.
at this. No, this is there's something freaky going on here.
This is
Fine.
what the man who apprehended me. That's what his eyes look like.
Ah,
There is
I mean-
definitely something supernatural happening right now.
there's definitely something weird going on here. Do you reckon it's something
Let's
in
go
the
to
water?
Hector's house, regroup, we can get the stuff for the boat, maybe take some of the guns off these dead bodies, see if we can find anything useful, just have a calm, civilized discussion, and then get on the boat and kill some fuckers.
Sounds like a plan. And we can also see if that idol has been found.
Mr. Mendez, oh god, that was a weird accent flipper. Mr. Mendez, how many of the cultists are there?
I mean, when I was in the cult, there were like a handful of people up at the top, and then the rest, 30 or so, I don't know, underlings. But there's people all over the city. Sorry, he went Australian now. There's people all over the
It's spreading.
America. Yeah, I know. Doing like the abductions. So I have no idea. Like, I haven't been in the cult for years now. So
Is not enough of us to go
probably
through that many
probably
people.
6 months. So I couldn't tell you, but there'll be foot soldiers there.
We can't
But it's
handle that by ourselves, guys.
Well, who else is there
it's
to
do
help?
this or you're going to drown.
Oh no, we've got to do something, but I don't think we should go in all guns blazing because
Oh,
we'll
no.
have more guns and therefore more blazing.
Well, you could try to interrupt the ritual while they're focused on that.
That was
maybe.
actually my plan.
Do you have any
Smart.
blueprints to this? If you've been to this temple, do you have blueprints, or could you draw us a map?
I could draw you a map
That would
of
be
the
helpful.
the island.
Well, we need to case it a little bit. We need to find the safest way in. We need to be able to have a quick entrance and a quick exit if things start to go wrong. We need to plan this. I have some
So-
experience.
Okay. Like I can do you a map of the island and of the temple as it was when I was there. Some things like may have changed. Is the only thing I can
That's
think
awesome. This is all brilliant. Let us again We are standing in the middle of a graveyard in a rainstorm, so please can we go inside?
And do we just leave these bodies here, or do we want to hide them?
Why the fuck not?
Yeah, they'll get washed away.
That is
No.
true.
Be washed away. Either way, they'll be fine.
Yeah, so let's go to Hector's.
Right. Well, my
Okay.
good man, and I slap Hector on the back. Lead us on.
He stumbles a little bit. Okay. It's this way. It's just a couple of blocks over. And kind of huddled up, kind of with this overcoat on and a hat sort of tight down over his face, sort of leads the way. The wind is really getting up now, and it's you know when it's really windy and you're sort of down by a river and it's like the water is being skimmed off the top of the river, like you can see moving, like water being carried through the air almost. It's like that now on the streets, and you can see a few fallen palm trees sort of lining like the boulevard. But he leads you up past these great sort of they're almost like Creole style, like the sorts of houses you could see in like New Orleans or something, big kind of manors, and stops at the entrance to one of them, and you can see the iron gate has been ripped off its hinges, and the doors hanging open. There's curtains blowing out of the windows upstairs.
Well, I guess that answers that question.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we have to
We'll
look.
go in first.
Let's go take a look around.
So he comes straight in and runs upstairs to the
Jesus
bedroom.
Christ, I will run after him.
Okay, and the floorboards have been torn up. The chest of drawers has been tipped over. The curtains are blowing out the window. Even the walls have had holes sort of obviously knocked into them with a sledgehammer of some sort. And this is also the case downstairs. The rest of you maybe that didn't follow upstairs can see that kind of all the cabinets have been smashed open. The walls have been opened up, and the carpet's been torn up in case of a trapdoor or something.
Goodness me.
And he sort of slumps against the bed upstairs. Well, it's all gone. Kind of, and looking down into one of the spaces where the floorboards are, you can kind of see like a rough like canvas like wrappings have sort of lie there empty, and carved into one of the walls, otherwise decorated with nice wallpaper, is Die Traitor.
Oh, Jesus.
Well,
They're in middle
I
I
school.
think it's German for the traitor.
Yeah. I think I'm very lucky to be alive right now. Oh shit. Now they've got the idol, Whiting is gonna try to call this sleeper, I think.
Alright.
You gotta go and stop the spell. Like, they're gonna be moving the people that they've kidnapped from, like, to the island.
All we have to do is stop them sacrificing these 12 people. And
Well, technically, I
Disrupt
think
it.
all we need to do is stop them from sacrificing one of them.
yeah, that's true. That makes it sound even easier. I mean, ideally,
think-
more than one, but
Yeah, these people aren't stupid. They've got spares.
We just need to slip in, slip out, get one of the kidnappies out. If we can get more out, that's great. But I don't think we can be too optimistic about this.
Hector has a point. They probably might have spares. So maybe what we need is something to get out that they can't replace, like this idol.
I think we need to take this whole thing down.
As you're having this conversation, in the distance you hear the sound of an explosion carrying over the howling wind.
I rush to the
there.
window.
Yeah, me too.
He kind of limps after you, and that's coming from the harbour.
Oh fuck, is your boat there?
Is your boat down there by any chance?
Well, yeah, it is. Okay.
Okay.
Alright,
We gotta go.
Go,
Let's
go,
go.
go, go, go. Getting in the car.
it's got to be something somewhere. We'll find something.
I will drive. I will be faster than this imbecile.
Imbecile. Alright, I'll take it just this once.
Ooh.
I'm gonna
Spicy.
take Even to the back of the truck with me so we can stay outside and shoot anything that we see that might threaten the car.
I like how this van morphs into a pickup truck when it suits
Yes.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say. I've just gone with the pickup truck vibe. Can you roll me a sanity check, please? No, not sanity. Drive auto check, please.
I'm so worried now that I'm fucking big
You've
this
insulted
up,
me,
and
you
if
have to
I
do
it.
drive shittily now, it's gonna look so bad. So come on, dice.
Watch this.
Please don't make me look like a fool. Oh, thank God, that's just a success. 54.
Okay, so these roads are beginning to flood now, so you're driving very slowly, so you just don't skid. And you can see palm trees falling. The kind of gas lampposts are all smashed, and you can see kind of some collapsed huts along the edge of the beach, which we're driving along now towards the harbour.
Look, perhaps I overestimated the severity of this storm. Okay, I haven't seen anything this bad.
Yeah, it's a proper hurricane, mate.
So you sort of come to the front gates of this harbour, which is full of kind of luxury yachts, which are now kind of pulled up for the winter season and that sort of thing. In the distance, you can see sort of in between the masts of these yachts, you can see a sort of a smoke trail.
Oof.
The gate is open outside the harbour master's office, and there's 4 pickup trucks which are sort of just all swerved and kind of stacked up outside this office.
Are there
Should we
any?
go see what that
Yeah, go
was?
check out the explosion.
Yeah, let's just keep on going. We've got no
Okay.
time to stop.
So you drive. You sort of have to continue on foot now, as the path is blocked by these parked sort of pickup trucks, and you see you can kind of see a few abandoned coils of rope and stuff like that in the back of these pickup
Oh,
trucks.
I'm gonna take the rope.
There's free rope.
Okay.
Might be useful.
And you notice the door of the hubmaster's office is hanging open, with there's smoke ahead of you, and you can sort of see down towards now a few of the lines of jetties.
I'm heading towards the smoke. Harbour Master's probably dead and nothing
Yeah.
we can do to help him, so I'm just like...
And if not, he would have gone towards
Yeah,
the smoke
yeah.
as well, because he'd be like, what's that explosion in my backyard?
Or
Yeah,
you
I
run
wanna-
the other way.
But also smart. Let's keep cracking.
Okay.
I'm gonna are there any boats that are not demolished or yachts?
Okay. As you continue, you can sort of see a line of jetties. Can you all make me spot hidden rolls?
Hell yeah.
I really should have put stats in the spot hidden,
Yeah,
huh?
I know. It's not one of my stats, but I can put things in
I've got 89, I failed.
It's kind of like
75.
perception in D&D.
81.
I rolled a 3, so that is
Nice.
in the 5th percentile.
You see everything.
In the distance, among kind of the driving rain and the smoke, you see quite a small sort of almost like a fishing boat heading out. And as he points out to the group, Mendes tells you it's his yacht, and swears and spits on the ground. Okay.
Well, we just need to find a boat here that we
uh,
can use.
There'll be something.
Continuing down the jetties, you see a big yacht, kind of with the smoke rising from it, and you see flame break out from the cabin, and it sort of begins to sink below the waves. There's another explosion and a huge jet of flame, as another yacht along these jetties starts to burn as well.
Right, well, we need to get on a boat before it explodes and get it out of this harbour before it all goes up in flame.
I'd rather not get on any of the ones that are going to explode at all. I feel like they're firing all of the large yachts. Yeah,
Seaworthy boat, smallest and furthest away from the growing fire.
Yes, that would be my preference.
exactly. Good idea.
Okie doke. Can you all quickly make me stealth rolls, please?
Oh god.
I'm terrible at this.
Thank God I put something in stealth.
Oh, I got a 25.
I got
Which doesn't pass.
40. I just
Okay.
said
Peering down this jetty, it's a big web of kind of like a marina, with. I'm just trying to find a good indication sort of photo. Yeah, that'll do. To allow me to post. This just makes great audio content, I'm aware. It's this sort of big web of tangled jetties and pontoons, which with the nearest ships to you sort of sinking in. So as you continue down, you spot two large wooden crates at the end of the pontoon, sort of nearest to two yachts.
Look at the crate.
Anyone else thinking those might be explosives?
Yeah, just
I
let's
feel like
push
they
it
might
in
be
the
one of these.
water.
Yeah, just push
Yeah.
it straight in. Is there like a fuse?
Cool.
Wait. Hold up. Before
Yeah.
you touch it. Or otherwise rattle it around, is there like a fuse or anything coming out?
Oh, that's a good idea.
No, you're sort of down the other end of the jetty, but from what you can see, it seems to just be kind of like these two wooden crates.
Oh, let's go take a look.
Yeah.
I
I
will
would like
follow
to
him.
run as fast as I can down this jetty.
Investigate the crates. Investicrate.
And as you're running, can you make me a dodge roll, please?
Oh god.
Ev.
We're fine. That's a success.
Woo.
I roll.
Okay.
Yeah, success.
You hear a shout from one of the boats along the jetty. Something bounces behind you, and you dive for cover as there's an explosion, and a chunk is ripped out of this jetty, showering you with water. And turning, you see a cultist there holding another stick of dynamite with the fuse left.
Oh my god!
And that's where we're going to
Fuck's
end
sake.
today's session, I'm afraid.
Oh, Jesus.
So good.
So tune in next time to see if your heroes are going to be able to stop the ritual, or even
So
get to the
good.
island
Oh,
in
boy.
time to stop this tidal wave.
Oh boy.
Now you've got something to look forward to now. Thank you for listening to this episode of Break with Destiny, everyone. If people want to catch up with some of our back episodes, where can they do that, Am?
If you would like to find out some more about our podcast or about us in general, you can check us out on Acast, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, or wherever else you get your podcasts at A Rendezvous with Destiny. We also have a Discord by now and a Facebook page if you're interested in joining us. You can find our Discord by contacting us on our social media, which is Facebook, Instagram and Twitter at RWD_pod. If you would like to support us, we will have a donation link available. All the money that people so kindly give us out of their hearts will be put directly back into the podcast to make websites or to make merch. And yeah, come say hi. We really love fans. We love talking to people. We want to swap promos with other podcasts. So come hang out. We're very friendly. You know who else is friendly? Is our guest star, Ellie. And if you want to find out more about Ellie, what can they do?
So, if you want to hear more of my voice and more of Am's voice, then you can check us both out on Deck of Many Aces. We're an actual play D&D podcast. We have a lot of fun. There's much fewer cultists, but we've got creepy floating children, we've got suspicious monsters, we've got some traditional D&D thrown in with some cool new stuff. So if that sounds like your bag...
We have a city full of cat girls.
We have so many cat girls.
Oh my god, I mean.
So if you want to check that out, then you can find us Deck of Many Aces on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Acast, Google Play, Google Podcasts, anywhere that you listen to podcasts. And if you want to check us out on social media, we are at Deck of Many Aces on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, and you can tweet at us with the hashtag DOMA. That's DOMA.
Well, all of our self-promo work's now done, so all there's left to do is say goodbye from our players.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye!
And of course, goodbye from me, your GM. Goodbye.
Wild Jeremy Paxman reference at the end there.
I know. I've always wanted to do the University Challenge goodbye. So.
Yeah!
This podcast uses trademarks and copyrights owned by Chaosium Inc. which are used under Chaosium Inc.'s fan material policy. We are expressly prohibited from charging you to use or access this content. This podcast is not published, endorsed, or specifically approved by Chaosium. For more information about Chaosium's products, please visit www.chaosium.com.